How is everyone doing on this Monday? Today we're taking a look at, of course, the CT Toys Wolverine. Mine finally arrived. I got this on Express for 20 bucks. So let's just look at the packaging. Now, CT Toys, if you don't know, is just basically a copy of the Mafex figure, which we've looked at one before on the channel, which is really good. But this is not the same box. It is more rectangular than squared. So, of course, in the front, it's 96. It's Wolverine. Product shots, I ripped the tag, was somehow ripped off mine, so that little strand right there is fortunate, but it still looks cool. Still looks fine. And here, of course, the side Wolverine smug face. But let's get him out and see what he's all about. So I got the guy out of this packaging and moving around just a little bit. I'm happy to report that mine has no joint problems or breakage. Some people reporting of their copies having like the shoulder pads breaking off or the arms stuff falling off. My issue is my belt. My belt is glued on the back, so it's sort of like tilted like here. I tried to fix it, but I'm gonna have to fix that after this video, but he looks good. Other than he's got on his body, on his head, some little blue paint spots in there, but that I can easily clean up later on again as well. But in terms of joints articulation, no issues. So this again is a copy of the Mafex Tiger Stripe Wolverine, and it is a little bit shorter than that one. I do not have it, unfortunately. I don't, but we'll compare them with some another Wolverine and stuff later on during the video. But again, this is really cool. If you missed out on that Wolverine and don't want to pay the $200, $300, whatever dollars, get this guy on AliExpress while you can. There not only is this Tiger Stripe version, but there's also a brown suit version for those who don't know. CT Toys is a company that does copies, like knockoffs of Mafex, however you want to pronounce it, figures. And they do a really good job. Now their classic Spider-Man was not CT Toys, it was a different company. I remember Fun is Offensive. Shout out to him. He did a video on that Spider-Man. It was just awful. But these are probably some of the best figures CT Toys has released. And it's kind of funny, a third-party company is putting major companies to shame like this. But it's just overall a fun figure. It's fun in general. I would put in Suppose, but I will in the end. But let me bring in his other accessories that we can take a look at. So for one piece of accessory, he's got his countdown part. It's focusing on the figure itself, not the actual piece. That's really nice. Also got a Logan head, which unlike the brown suit, this one's painted a lot better. The printing and paint job looks really good. Then of course you got the other masked head, which is the snarl look. My camera wants to keep on unfocusing. Focus. Oh, I don't know what I did there. I don't know what I did. There we go. Thank you. Nope. Stop. My camera's messy. Sorry, buddy. See, it's like it's got a mind of its own. So, but for alternate hands, he's got not only the fisted hands as he is in the packaging, he's got two open palm hands. Which if you look, two open palm hands, like he's ready, like you can have him grab a cup of coffee. And then he's got the two claw hands. And I agree, these claws are way too long for Wolverine. They are. So to get him out of the frame real quick, and I'll get these claws on him, we'll compare him with some other figures. Give me just a second. So getting the claw hands on him, because they don't have that little plastic clear peg system, the peg holes are starting to kind of get a little tight, so you have to really press on there. Not too hard though, so because you don't want to break the peg. But I'm going to break some other figures in to compare them with. But let me bring in the first one, which is going to be the Marvel Legends 97 Wolverine. You see how these are much better scale than these are? Because these would go all the way up into his forearm, up into his bicep. These would go just into his forearm. So it's But then again, that's a Mafex mistake, and CT Toys, again, we're just copying what Mafex did. So can't blame for that, but it would have been nice if they were able to correct that mistake when they did the figure, but still. Some other comparisons we'll bring in will be, of course, the Marvel Legends VHS Cyclops, one of my favorite Marvel Legends that I own on the shelf in my collection. And then, of course, bring in the Mafex Terminator, since we were talking about that earlier. Really awesome figure. I like it. To be my first Mafex whatever review. It was nice. I like this figure still in the Terminator. And then we'll bring in one more comparison, which will be my boy Plastic Man. Gotta bring the big guy in. So let me get him into a pose, and I will go into my final thought. So having taken a look at everything we have with this figure, all the accessories, comparing him, looking at the detail and everything he has, what do I think about this guy? As I said, he is worth every penny. Like I said, if you do not have the original Mafex Wolverine, it's going for like $100, $200, $300, especially that brown suit one's going for almost $400 to $500. But we're not talking about the brown suit, we're talking about Tiger Stripe. This is a great figure, and it does scale well with your Marvel Legends. It looks really good with them all together. So I think it's a must pick up. It is, again, on AliExpress. I got mine for 20 bucks. If you're patient, usually about every week, the seller, they'll do a different price for it each time. So I got lucky and got mine for 20. But again, there's no real quality control issues. The paint job on him is really nice, except my issue with the belt is floating a little bit, but I can fix that later. But everything else on him is buttery smooth. It's nice. No issues here. So I would say pick him up while you can, because he is an absolute must get. Anyways, everybody, that's all the time I have for today. I appreciate y'all stopping by. And as always, take care.
Plastic Man, the one, the original Elastic Man, always in great shape for the shape he's in, the fantastic Plastic Man.